Jed. Lots changed around here in the last few months. We've got a podcast. You ever heard of a podcast? Basically, it's like a glorified radio show, except you don't even have to be anything special. You can just start it. I don't want to get into that. I never really wanted to have a podcast. I hear you've got a daughter. She's pretty gamey. We've got to grow our Instagram page. We've got to grow our podcast. We've got to grow our magazine. Why are you always so sleepy? Why do you do it? Why? There are two things that we're experimenting for. Number one, the difference between the rendered fat of a spring-harvested, grass-fed Montana bear and a fall-killed Oklahoma black bear. Does the rendered fat taste different? We don't know. What I'm doing right now is just cleaning up this fat. This is the Montana bear fat. We're just kind of cleaning off some of the infield stuff that we got when we cleaned up this bear in the field. Trying to get it into small enough pieces so we can fit it in that grinder. You don't have to grind bear fat, but it makes for a more efficient meltdown and you have less waste. I actually found the practice to be really good and probably best practice when it comes to rendering fat. Today we're going to render some bear fat in the pouring rain. What we're trying to determine is what makes bear fat turn into the clear amber liquid oil versus the solidified lard, because I've had some issues with rendering bear fat and sometimes it turns out as like a white lard that's solid at room temperature, and then other times it's been this beautiful amber liquid. What we want inside of our bear oil or bear grease is that clear, beautiful liquid. I think it has to do with the temperature with which it's boiled. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna render fat in this Fry Daddy, which cooks pretty hot. We're gonna render some fat in this jet boil, but we're also gonna render fat in this turkey cooker with a propane fuel source, and we're gonna put the temperature very low. This Fry Daddy bear fat has been cooking for about probably 8 or 9 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pull it. Totally liquefied, and the little particles are starting to turn golden brown. So we're gonna pull it right now. This oil that's been cooked at a lower temperature and slower is already more clear, and there's less waste. There's less particulate matter in the oil. It didn't work. All the different temperatures we used produced the same results, which was this lard, semi-solid substance. We're going to try to render it down again, heat it up again, and we're going to run it through more of a filtration system to see if that works. Still didn't work. We filtered it through a dish towel, which would be like super good filtration. Still almost totally solid, kind of a slush. Fail. YouTube, fail. Test 2 is gonna be, does the Oklahoma fall bear taste different than a Montana spring bear? We're gonna fry some Flathead Catfish in both oils and see if there's a taste difference. This is the Oklahoma bear. This is the Montana spring grass-fed bear. We're cooking this just straight bear oil, cooking it hot. You know, a lot of people in the South use just straight pork lard for frying catfish. So this is basically equivalent to straight pork lard. Back in the day, pioneers preferred bear lard over pork lard because it didn't go rancid as quick. I've personally had bear oil set in a window for 1.5 years and use it, and the oil was fine. Didn't go rancid. No. So here's this Montana bear fat fried Arkansas flathead. You gotta remember that is Montana. Here, look, I'm gonna put Montana on that side. Oklahoma on this side. Okay, Bear. Oklahoma. Get you an Oklahoma piece. Fried in Oklahoma bear fat. Just get a taste for it. Do you notice anything about it? Okay. Okay. Put it down. Remember where it was. Put it over here. Okay, now this is Montana spring bear fat.
Okay.
Ready? They're both delicious. I cannot tell a difference. Experiment failed. They both taste excellent. What we learned is use bear oil for frying stuff. Super good. Clean, crisp taste, no aftertaste, no weird bear taste. It's just like clean, fried fish. What you taste is the fish, don't you? Any deep thoughts? Now tell me why you weren't in a boy band.
There's reasons. I think it's probably because they liked the voice, but they didn't like the moves. They knew I couldn't ride a mule. They knew I couldn't ride a mule. That's what it was. I've been wondering all these years.